Ebutafo mesanso emama kwaba eba Ghanatube so snowy matena sibiom nsem a ekoso ewo Ghana yeman mu bro entintempa no menum enkwan no enja yefufo ninti.
At more business story, the country's record earnings from gold export may not be ending soon. This is because the price of the precious metal continues to increase on the international market. There is more in this report.
Gold prices have reached more than $3,500 yesterday.
Inflation rate for the month of August has slowed further to reach record level. Data released by the Statistical Service today showed that it slowed marginally from 12.1% in July to hit 11.5% last month. The decline, according to the Statistical Service, was influenced the general price levels of some food items declining from July to August this year. The 11.5% decline in the month of August 2025 is the lowest the country has recorded since October 2021. Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu is the government statistician.
Data show inflation is falling steadily. Prices rose by 11.5% in August 2025, down from 12.1% in July. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the lowest inflation rate we've seen in almost 4 years, and it marks the 8th month in a row of decline. Overall prices actually fell by 1.3% between July and August 2025, meaning that there's some relief for households once inflation is coming down, and also once prices fell between July and August. Food prices are also easing. Food inflation is now 14.8%, and non-food prices fell by 2.5% in 1 month. Non-food prices are also moderating. Non-food inflation declined to 8.7% from 9.5% in July. And here, prices of non-food items reduced slightly by 0.1% between July and August. Goods inflation slowed too. Inflation for goods dropped to 13.9% from 14.2% in July. And here, the overall prices of goods fell by 1.6% between July and August 2025. Inflation, as we've seen, is higher for local items than for imports, while imported prices are easing faster thanks to stronger exchange rate and a lower global cost pressures.
At the Malata market, some traders told Joy News prices of certain items have gone down. Others, however, say the change is not uniform across commodities. A few also complained that although prices have reduced, buyers are not patronizing as much.
The
prices of things are actually good now. These potatoes I sell used to be very expensive, but it's okay now. It's sold at 1,500, but it's at 1,000 cedis and 1,200 cedis now.
On point.
Okay, Atomo,
like now a bar for now go to 1,500. They say I'm me adom you say 1,000, 1,200.
But it's saying but money
prices are currently okay, although some commodities still remain quite expensive. I sell tomatoes and the price has reduced now, but people are not patronizing us. A crate used to sell at 3,000 and 4,000 cedis, but it is now sold at 1,500 and 1,200 cedis.
20 million, 50. 12.
Samuel buys from Malata. He says the drop in inflation rate hasn't reflected in his pocket.
So the inflation rate that has gone down hasn't really reflected in my pocket. Just this afternoon I went to Accra to buy a blender that used to sell at 270 cedis. Today is going for 320. Yeah, so it's just maybe reflecting in the books, but not reflecting in our pockets now.
Wilma, another buyer, says prices of commodities are stable, and the ones which have even increased have only increased by a small rate.
Over the past year or two, things were actually very pricey, but for the past, let's say 6 months now, I think things are actually okay. The prices are normal, and some things are there. They get to increase a little, not even that much, but for most of the items on the market, the prices are actually very cool.
For Joy News, my name is Adobe Asari.
A new CDD Ghana baseline study has revealed that nearly 70% of people in the northern regions lack access to key productive assets such as land, livestock and farming equipment, with the Upper East recording the worst at over 99%.
Ghana Center for Democratic Development CDD Ghana, in collaboration with Caro Ghana, with funding by the Global Community Engagement and Resilience Fund, is implementing a 2-year project dubbed Bridging the Gap, Promotion of Socio-Economic Livelihood, Social Cohesion and Peace Building in Vulnerable Communities. In line with the project, the Upper Regional Dialogue Session was held in the one municipality to discuss a baseline survey conducted by CDD Ghana. Program Officer at CDD Ghana, Eric Doe, presented the baseline survey, revealing that 70% of community members in the northern sector of Ghana lack access to productive assets.
From the baseline survey, we realized that out of every 10, there are 7 people who don't have access to productive assets. When we refer to productive assets from our baseline, it refers to land, farming tools, and livestock. There were also disparities in terms of limited access to essential productive assets. What are the driving factors for this baseline productive assets we talk about? We have issues of climate change contributing, youth unemployment, land ownership, limited resources, especially for football women and youth.
Executive Director of Caro Ghana, a non-governmental organization based in the Upper West region, and implementers of the project, Freeman Canton, further to light about the project.
And today's survey dissemination meeting is supposed to desensitize, is supposed to provide information to regional stakeholders as leaders in public service delivery in the region, to act as ambassadors at the district level to ensure that young people participate or have access to public services in order.
I was here for a papa, Madam Samoje, where equity in Sema Ecoso Evo on my Ghana. For our comments on the comment section, now making a subscribe, hit on the notification bell, and then first time I'll show me and